There we go. We're live. And Duncan is with us. Let's go. Let's see, Matt. Yeah, we're
Going on chat.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. Shush. Dan. How's it going, Dan? I can't pronounce that name, fortunately. Nice to have you here. Hello from New Jersey. Jen is here as well. Nice to have you here, Jen. Darlene as well. Matt. How's it going, everybody?
Whoa, Miles is here. Let's go, Miles.
Cool.
Miles
All
and
right.
Arden.
Yeah, so for those of you who haven't been here before, we normally just sit down and talk about school, online education, and really can answer any questions you guys might have or anything you want to share, like Brandon. So I can highlight Brandon like this. Nice to have you here, Brandon. And we can also share screen and show a bunch of stuff. We can talk about school, online education, traffic, conversion, sales, team, scaling, ads, organic. We can talk about really anything.
Sweden.
Hello from Sudan. Lucas from Sweden as well. Let's go. Some Scandinavians. That's always nice to see.
Gig of Ryan.
Nice to have you here. Dylan Wilson as well.
Nice name, Dylan.
Let's go. Cool. All right. Well, there is something that I think would be interesting to share, or I don't know if you're open to do that, Ryan, but you have basically increased your engagement in your community quite a bit. Is that something you would be willing to cover? Kind of how you did it? No?
Yeah, of course. No, 100%. Dude, I'm open to. I share everything.
Let's do it.
Can you share your screen though? Is the question, or no?
I think.
Yeah, I can share my screen. Do you want me to share my screen and like show like the inside of my group or something to like talk through it a bit more?
That would be sick.
Yeah, all right. Let me see how I can.
And also show everybody like, you know, the leaderboard. Maybe you can talk about the star on Skool and how you get the star and why it can be really cool to have the star for traffic, etc., etc.
Probably a with person. Yeah.
With, let's see if we can do it like that. How does this work?
I don't think they can see you at the screen yet. We can though. Did you have to add it to one of these?
How the frick do we do this?
You probably have to add one, right? Because these are our presets here. So we have to click this one.
Apparently, my audio. Am I echoing?
There we go. Now we see your screen. Let's go.
Then
That's
you might
it.
be able to pick which person in picture maybe now. That's fine.
Apparently, I've got an echo. Apparently, am I coming through like a mic or a feed? Am I coming through your mic and then going through YouTube? I think that's what's happening.
Oh,
Really?
that's interesting. I don't hear it.
Is it better now? If you talk, Ryan?
Testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Everybody step up to the stage.
Why is that?
Yeah, super echo. Super echo. Echo.
No echo anymore. Put a thumbs up.
Okay, hang on.
If
Is there an echo? Yes or no? Fuck.
All right. I turned on echo cancellation. Maybe now it's working.
Hello. Am I echoing?
Is it better now for everybody?
Is Ryan still echoing? Yes or no?
Oh shit. Should I grab an AirPod for both of us?
Yeah, let's do that. I wonder why that is.
I wonder if I can say something in echo.
All right, we're just
Echo. Ryan does what? Hello. Why?
All right. Okay, it's still a bit echo. We're
No,
gonna
like-
grab a pair of headphones here. Bear with us. Yeah, we have 40 people here right now. That's sick. Super cool. John. That's awesome. And yes, just give us a couple of like seconds here, and Ryan's gonna share his community engagement hacks. And we talked about this. I talked with you, Ryan, like last week, right? It's a week ago. Yeah. And you basically told me that you started using those things, and I wasn't aware of this. And we haven't really even started using it yet, but you've been climbing a lot on the engagement leaderboard, which is pretty dang. I think I lost my star. Yeah, I did lost my star today. Dang it! So I need to
saw
learn
that.
this. I need to learn this as well. Oh,
Bit as it's really small. Okay, I can zoom in on my screen. That's fine. Is that better for the chat? Chat,
wait,
can I get a W in the chat
grab
if that screen looks nicer?
Say again.
Let's get a W in the chat.
Yeah, we're so good at this technology stuff.
Yeah, there we go. W's in the chat.
Oh, freaking. These work as well. I had these connected. So we don't have a wire. Oh, I'm hearing your Spotify music.
I don't have it on.
Right now.
Apparently the echo is, I think the echo is gone now anyway.
You hear?
What tea are you
Yeah, I
drinking?
hear him.
I am drinking. It's I know Sophie's gonna laugh at this a lot. I'm drinking a TWG tea, which is like the finest tea from Singapore. And the tea bags, if I can it's a hot tea right now. These are hand sewn cotton tea bags.
Oh my god.
It's green tea with it's geisha fruits. It's like the finest. Twinnings, don't disrespect me like that. This is not a Twinnings tea. It's a geisha blossom tea from TWG. It's the finest teas of the world. Twinnings or twinings is for peasants.
Oh my god.
Jen, I had Twinnings green tea. And then wait, Jen, because I'll probably see you in Bangkok when we go up there. I will see if I can. I'll try and bring a tea bag just for you, and you will never go back when you drink this. It's like this stuff's rocket fuel. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about rocket fueling our Skool community. Let's get into it. So I will just do my settings. This is probably a good thing to notice, right? So our group, we haven't let in, we have like 90 to 100 people to let in. So our group at the moment's hovering at about 25% member requests. Am I showing my screen? It's all live. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we can see everything.
Yeah, cool. So like our group sits at about 25% conversion rate. It goes up and down pretty consistently just due to like when we let people in, and we've stopped letting in as many people. When I had auto DM on, auto accept, this was sitting at like 60% of people joining, but there was a lot of bots. So what fluctuates the increase of what's it called? What fluctuates the increase of your discovery ranking? Number one, it's traffic. So the only reason my group initially got the increase in traffic that we had was because my YouTube channel blew up. So number one, you have to increase your group with traffic, and take that as you will. You need to have traffic going to this about page. That heavily impacts it. Number two, it's when members post, and we'll go through that. So at the moment, we're sitting in the discovery rank of number 20. We're actually going backwards at the moment, but we were at like 16 like yesterday. So it's a bit of like a war between 20 and 16. But I'll talk to you guys about how we were able to do that. So our group was, I think we were ranked number 37 about a week and a half ago. And a guy that I work with, Alex Sinchevi, he might be here in the chat as well. He set up this challenge where we took people through what's called the Money Models Mastery. We did a 5-day challenge, and these like challenges heavily like impact the growth of your group in terms of posts. We did one initially, which was a 7-day challenge. And when we did that at that time, we went from rank 29 to rank 13, because what happens to influence discovery increasing further is when members post in your group. It seems to like the point weighted system is by members making posts in your community, and then thread comments and posts that go between each other. So we did a welcome and rules, and we launched each day inside of this community. So day one, go through, learn how to do your money model attraction offer, like similar to like what Hormozy's thing is, but doing it for Skool. We took them through it. Then at the end of every day, we had every member post. So last time we did the challenge, if we remember, we went from 29 to rank 13. We had 85 posts in a week. This challenge had 85 posts in the first day because we had a lot more people go through it. So number one, we had people go through this 5-day challenge, and that heavily influences the community. The next thing that I would look at is I've used this tool here called Fiducia. They do a lot of auto DMs. So when members join my community, they get sent a DM on day 1, day 3, day 7. And to do the challenge, how I launched it was I said comment number 1 for day 1. So members got the post, they comment for day 1, and then it was automated and sent to them in the DMs. So it took them through every step and getting them into DMs to make sure that anyone that wanted it could go. It could still go to the classroom, they could still do that, but we automated a lot of that DM posting. And if I went to like basically that's what it was, like comment number 1 and I'll send you day 1 of the challenge, comment number 2. My post itself, they don't heavily impact it, but because it went to people's DMs, it like got them to engage more in the challenge. And so in the money models challenge, there's 30 posts per page inside the challenge, and we had 210 posts. So I'd say like that's a good target to get a group to increase in activity based on posts. We had 210 just for this challenge. The best part is we've run another challenge now to increase it even further. But if you look at like the metrics of the community, and like we're giving away the source here. Some people won't even show you like their back end or their data or anything. We're just blow it out of proportion. Let me go like this. So we launched the challenge like last week. Our group on average at the start of September was doing like 500 activities. And this is when we launched into like our speed run thing that we've got going on at the moment. You can see here like 300 activities, 300. Sunday had this, and then we launched the challenge last week, 742, 1,600 activities, 2,700, 3,600, 3,000, 3,000, 1,700, 3,000 again, 3,000 again, 2,400. So we like 5x the group engagement by having things for members to post. And I find that that is the, oh, is my head in the way?
I'm
My screen
fixing it now.
share. Oh. Hello.
And Ryan, are you getting the majority of
Uh,
your traffic like through Skool predominantly, or do you through
Everyone's
YouTube, or
on
is it
Skool.
both?
It's all on Skool. My YouTube doesn't push towards this. I've changed some of my links like recently to like push the free group, but like
Mm-hmm.
I haven't made a video on YouTube in a month. So like
Okay.
all this traffic is Skool. Like as soon as we went from page 2, we were at like 1,000 visitors a week. And as soon as we went to page 1, it was 1,700 in like 3 days. It just like instantly increased. Like traffic doubled just by being on there.
On the
So
first page of
yeah,
Skool.
that's kind of how. Yeah, so if you're on first page, like, and in the money category, like it brings a lot. And like we're pulling like every trick in the book to like make sure that people want to check it out, people want to be a part of it, people want to do all the right things, because like it's not just like just doing a challenge and doing that. Like, you have to have an about page that brings people in, and then onboarding and a start here post, and then everything else from there. So yeah. That's kind of that's how I would increase engagement inside of a Skool group.
That's cool. What do you do from the free Skool group? Do you promote them to like a call, or do you like what do you promote? Like, why do you even do this challenge? Like, because you use a flywheel to get people into the free and engage and climb the leaderboard, but what do you do from there?
Well, we launched a challenge. We launched a speed run this month that starts in October 1st. And the whole goal of the speed run was like, yeah, just book a call. So they've just been booking calls with me, and then heaps of people have been joining the speed run. So we've had like our biggest month this month because of because I've just been taking calls and like bringing people in. Like Jen joined the speed run. There's a few people here from my community that are like,
All right, we're back now. Day of technical difficulties. Is Ryan here though? He might have had to leave.
Let's see if Ryan calls back in. He should probably be back.
Yeah, maybe just tell him to Ryan. Just join the link that we sent you again in Skool. Should be the same thing.
Darlene asked also, what do you do, Ryan, to have a YouTube channel and a Skool community? What made you decide to do the Skool community? That's a good question.
Yeah, like why only get your traffic through both? See if we can get you back on here now. Answer that.
Like Skool is super powerful. Like we get like 40% of our, not just traffic, but we get 40% of our sales from Skool, which is insane. And then we have like 35% our sales coming from YouTube. And then the rest is like referrals and email and all of that. But Skool is super powerful. Yeah, like did we all get booted? Yeah, like our live stream went, it died, or our internet here where we are died for some reason. But we've connected to another internet here on the iPhone. Cool. Yeah, Ryan, you should be able to click the same link to call back in if you want to. But let's get some question going in the meantime. Would be cool to hear what you guys are, what you're working on right now. Like, here's an interesting stat. Like, I don't know how many of you guys here on the stream right now are running an online education business or an online business in general. But most businesses make like 30 to 40% of their revenue in Q4, in October, November, and December. And, you know, that's the reason why a bunch of companies use, you know, Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all of these deals, because most businesses make most of their money throughout the year, or a big portion of their money rather, now in Q4. So it's a really, really good time to create a specific offer for Q4, like give people, like use the Alex Ramosi $100 million offers as an example. You know, use some scarcity, use some urgency, use bonuses. Maybe you can use some type of discount or whatever it is, and create a specific offer for Q4 and push that with everything you have in Q4.
Yeah. I'd also be curious to know, just for the people that are in here right now, if you could put like a 1 in the chat if you currently have like an online course or an online business where you're using like online courses, and put a 2 in the chat if you're looking to start one. Like you kind of have an idea for it, but you're kind of looking to figure out how to get started with it.
Ryan, I thought it was on my son stealing my internet. It's funny. Here we go. You're back. Our internet died.
Is it this?
Whereas that happened last time.
Oh.
Remember last time when we did live, like during like your launch, the internet cut out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's an eCam thing or it's just like too much of a bandwidth required or something on this internet. Could be. Cool. You cut off, Ryan. Like where were we? You're talking about. There we go. Yeah. Where were we? We cut you off.
I don't know.
Somebody had the question on like.
I think I was just saying it's important.
Yeah, somebody had the question on like why you only use Skool as your main source of traffic and why you've kind of like needed away from YouTube's. Like why not do both? Like why only stick directly with Skool?
I only moved away from. Well, from my side, like because we can help like a lot of people by having like a very like technical way of thinking about Skool. You know, increasing conversion rates on about pages, implementing retention strategies, like these specific things that fit well for groups that are doing 20 to 100K a month in like low ticket MRR. We can help those people out, but that information like there's a lot of people on Skool who are starting out that want to scale their group that might come from like a 9 to 5. Like a lot more of those people are on Skool now. And so for me, like my YouTube was only positioned towards, operating, land your first client in 90 days, like become a creator. And I've got two guys that are winning the Skool games at the moment in like multiple different categories because they've got like two clients in each one sort of thing. I'm like, that's really cool and that's really good. But like my YouTube is centered around that, whereas that's not going to pull in those like bigger deals that we push for, where someone wants to invest with us for us literally just to increase their about page. And so we kind of, I stopped posting on YouTube because the focus of that like wasn't the focus for this month. As we're like shifting and really finding like who it is that we want to help. Like Max's post about finding your perfect avatar kind of like knocked me off my seat for like 2 weeks. And I was like, I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know how to go about this or like what I need to do or like what I need to like. I'm like, yeah, who is my perfect avatar? I'm like, everyone. But like every call I have with everyone is like, you can't really serve everyone. You have to like nail it down and niche down and do that. So we've kind of found our footing now with like what we're doing. And as good as much as like I love low ticket like MRR and scaling those groups and like we can do that. We've done it like quite a few times with like a lot of clients. Let's be honest, the high ticket thing is what actually scales a business. So like it gets you up there faster and higher and all of those things. So shifting a little bit more into helping people with that type of thing is what we're doing. And I just didn't have like the direction for YouTube and just kept focusing on what I know how to do best, which is pull in as much traffic as possible and work with people directly from inside.
Here as well with buffers big time.
Go back on the regular Wi-Fi maybe, or
Might be that our internet in this villa that we're in right now is bad. Hopefully we're still live though. We can just do some... that's probably gonna crush it even more.
yeah, we don't have good Wi-Fi right now.
Is it better now, everybody? Do we have better internet connection now? Hopefully we do. Okay, but let's do this then. Let's just assume that we have better internet now. What do you think, Dylan, is the... Okay, here, we got a question. Let's go. What is the most effective way to get your school to actually rank starting from 0, YouTube value to CTAs or meta ads? This is a really good question. This is the question I wanted to ask Ryan before we lost him. Yes, like to rank on Skool, I don't know the algorithm 100% on what actually ranks, but I know that engagement is very, very big. So like like we all need traffic, right? And doing like organic traffic from YouTube, I think is great. So like doing actual training and valuable content on YouTube, and then bringing people into either free or a paid community, whatever we're using, and using some of these techniques that that Ryan talked about as well, right? Like using fiducia, using a challenge, prompting people to be engaged on Skool. So getting traffic, and then when we get them into the Skool community, and then instead of just people going into the Skool community, watching the course material and not engaging, if we can actually design the community to prompt people to be engaged, and maybe even in the training have like a challenge baked into the training. That's something I've never built, which would be super, super cool to do actually. So maybe, for example, maybe you train somebody on a certain, like in week 1, you have 10 videos, and every other video, when you give them an exercise to do or something to fill out or something to whatever it is, like a worksheet or something, you can also prompt them in there to go and actually into the community and share those wins, for example, or whatever that might be. To answer your question, Jake, I think it just comes down to consistently getting traffic into Skool first with like YouTube or ads if you want to do that, and then design your community internally to prompt people to engage in there. And then Skool in itself can also become a traffic source also, which is huge.
This is what I asked earlier, like just coming in now.
All right, so we're way behind.
They just come in irregularly from YouTube.
Okay. Then also, Harry Schwartz said, for a complete new person who doesn't have a skill to run a community, what course can we do? Like, I think the best thing is to look at, first of all, what market do you actually want to go into? So, yeah, figure out the marketplace first. So let's say you're interested in people who skate or surf, for example. Do that, identify what problem your market has and see if you can create a solution for it. And then start making content about that as well. And basically start teaching or helping people solve that problem. Might sound a bit vague. The other way to do it is to see what other people are doing already. So you can, guys, Miles, can we hear quite a bit? Yeah, no worries. So like copy what works is really good as well, right? So if you see somebody who's like running a Skool community on AI, for example, and you want to do that as well, then you can literally go through their course and their community and their YouTube channel, see what they're doing and learn from them. And then you can replicate it and do it better yourself, essentially. So like if he doesn't have a skill, I'll probably learn the skill first. Yes. This live stream right now is a little bit all over the place, I feel like.
It's a bit.
Yeah, it's the internet is tweaking out on us. Just get started. Was promoting. Let's see here. Welcome back, Ryan, to our very professional live stream here today. We're
just a bit of a hodgepodge today, but hopefully the value is still there for everyone.
I was like, am I still here? I was like sitting here like the whole time. I could still hear you guys, but I feel like I wasn't on screen, or I was on screen.
Oh, really? Oh.
It lagged out for us. Somebody asked you as well, Ryan. Like,
is there like a better spot in the house? Like,
yeah, we have full
bars here,
full bars on the Wi-Fi. But somebody asked you, Ryan, like if somebody is starting out,
it must be a bandwidth thing.
If somebody's just starting out, what's the best way to, like, if you're starting from zero and you want to grow, like, and you want to get traffic from Skool, like, what do you actually do?
If you're starting from zero and you want to get traffic from Skool, like your initial traffic needs to come from like you by like commenting in other like groups that are in the same niche as you, right? Because like a lot of community owners like don't do as much engagement as you possibly could. So like how I figured out traffic was I commented like a shit ton in Skoolers or Skool community Skool games. I did that for 6 months straight. And so that got me like a brand on Skool that people knew who I was. But if you do it in groups that are similar to your niche, people check out your profile. And so when I realized people were clicking on my profile and I was like, shit, I might be losing like a lot of traffic. I'm getting all these views on this paid group, but like no one's converting into it. I'm like, what if I start a free group and capture that market? And so I started my free group in October last year, and it grew like really quickly. I was getting like 3, 4, 5 members a day because I had so much volume. My name was everywhere that they would all want to join the free group. And so that's a great place to start because you don't have to invest anything except your time and commenting in other groups. The next thing that you look at is to get your group ranking is there's 2 ways to do it. You either start creating content on YouTube, which you should 100% do because YouTube has the highest intent audience for making purchases. to start bringing more traffic to your page. The other way that you could do it, if you've got a little bit of money to spend, I call it like the little hack system. You just run a shit ton of ads to the page. It doesn't matter if they even convert or not, but you just increase the amount of views on the page to start getting it ranking up. So that's number one. Number two, get members to post in your community and comment in between them. So like that's what you got to do. You got to get members commenting in between each other. I think I dropped it as like a comment in the chat, but get them to comment in between each other, and then get members to start moving at a level 1 as well. Like that's kind of the process and like the method behind it. Increase traffic and then go through that process.
Cool. Do you think it's like obviously what you did as well? Like when you left, I said like you get traffic externally, and then when you get them into the community, instead of just getting members into the community and then just leaving them there, what you did was, which seems to be the secret behind your engagement, was that when they started going through your challenge or your training, you actually prompted them to be active in the community as well, right? Like, what did you prompt them to do? Did you like make them complete an exercise and then post about it, or did they have to comment to get the next exercise, or like what was how did you do that?
The 5-day challenge, we lent heavily on fiducia to like comment to get the next step, and then to be a part of the challenge, you had to comment your posting. So you had to post what you did for that day, and then whoever posted and then like got the most points on the leaderboard, like that increased it even further, like would win a spot like in our speed run. So like for you guys, you could be like, hey, we're running like a 14-day challenge where we go through starting a YouTube channel, posting a YouTube video, but every day, as long as you post every day for 14 days, we'll give you a free spot in course, right? But only for one person. You can do it based on leaderboard ranking, but that like leaderboard ranking is a little bit harder because like only one person gets that. It's purely based on volume. But if you complete all 14 days, we'll give you a spot in course. And then what we did now, we have another challenge running this week, is we will only review what you post if 5 other members in the community comment and review it before us. Because when you're in like a training and an education space, it's all good and well for me to just go, hey, here's the answer. But people learn a lot by trying to actually coach people through that same process because they look at it differently. They're like, hey, how can I review this about page? How can I review this classroom material? And so you think through, like, I feel like so many people don't think outside the box, where they go, how can I get 3 people to comment on this post before I go and comment? Because if I go and comment the answer to like whatever it is, it's like basically saying, here's the test and here's the answer, rather than here's the test and then you go and actually figure it out, explain your thinking, and then I can jump in and go, hey, this is really good, where I start to pin a comment or I pin a post or I do that. Because you want your community to like be in the process with you like a lot. So like and another way to do it is just like having a nice giveaway at the end. Like whoever commits a lot to it. So I was like starting a challenge. If you want to be in the challenge and be a part of it, comment on this post first so that we can track it. And then we give them extra points, 5 points for posting, 10 points for making 3 comments on someone else's. So there's a bit of manual data that goes into it. But at the end of the day, your group does benefit from it. But what I like to do is like some people have challenges where only the owner of the group benefits. Whereas in our challenge, we had like 85 to 100 people build an attraction offer, an upsell offer, a downsell, a continuity offer, and then combine them all together. And if you go in our group and read all 5 of those posts, their offers are really good. They're really strong. So people actually learn something by doing it. I think that's what a lot of people get wrong, is they don't like, they'll launch a challenge, but they won't keep giving them more value. That's how I blew up on YouTube. I roasted someone in our space, but then I built the tool and gave it for free, so people still got the answer they were looking for. Like you use something for your own benefit, but then you also give a lot of benefit to the other people that are helping you out, and then cycle through that process. And that's what works. Because if you're committing to a challenge, yes, it will boost my own community, but you're going to learn a shit ton of things along the way and actually take action. The action someone takes is what you need them to do. Start that YouTube. Awesome. Share your YouTube channel. Make your first post. Share that post. Connect it to your school. Increase your traffic. Start and where you were 14 days ago to where you are now. Like you have to think through like members' cycles and what they actually do. Otherwise, it would just be for your own benefit, and I'm not about that. I want everyone to actually have a full like to actually learn things like if they go through a challenge.
Do you have to do new challenges all the time, or can you reuse the challenge that you made once and do that over and over again? Or
Um, you could do the same challenge over and over. So like the thinking behind like if you're the community owner doing a challenge is doing a challenge, it feels fresh and new for that. But like I've also had like 1,000 people join the group since we did the challenge. So what we're thinking is how do we evergreen this? Because for someone to like join a group and then in 7 days go, I've just joined a community and for free I have an attraction offer, an upsell, a downsell, a continuity. It's like you've increased your rate of knowledge like very, very quickly and you take an action. So we can evergreen it where people just go through it, but it's hard to do giveaways and track that all the time. It's just a lot of like manual labor. So that's one way of doing it. You can keep doing the same challenge. So like I run a chess community. We have openings for white pieces. We just did a challenge and that boosted ranking. We wait a week and then we're going to do openings for black pieces. And then we might go, hey, here's how you play the middle game for chess, or here's how you play the end game for chess, or here's like a new opening, play it like this. So I find that like 7 days feels a bit too long. 5 days is like a good like period of going like a post every day from those members, because like not everyone will finish it either. So you can repeat challenges, but I think in our space, you can do a challenge on YouTube, you can do a challenge on Instagram, you can do a challenge on TikTok, depending on like what your actual like thing is, and then build them around like we could do a big deep dive on like the about page. Number one, it's like let's all practice doing a VSL for day one, like writing a script. Here's like a GPT to get you going. Number two, like actually record yourself doing it, even if it's shit. Like post it, because if you can't post it with us, what makes you feel like you got to post it on your about page? And have people do that. Collect testimonials. Like a lot of people don't collect their proof and testimonials. So let's go and collect testimonials so then we can put them on the about page. Day 4, let's do a graphic design course on how we can push those testimonials on our about page and make sure they're mobile optimized. And then day 5, let's put the copy together. And then we go, where did we go from day 1 to day 5? So I just put a 5-day challenge just for about pages. Okay, now we all want to run a 5-day challenge in our group. What's our launch sequence? What are we doing at the end of the challenge? What are we giving people? And then how are we moving them into calls to launch our high ticket offer? 5-day challenge. So you're just thinking through these transformations as much as possible that people can actually get something out of it based on like what it is that you offer.
do you do you use your free group and your challenge purely as just building trust and credibility, like all value and helping them out with no CTAs at all? Or do you also like bake in like a promotion for your offer as well? Or does that just happen naturally, organically? Or do you do that? Does that happen in the DMs or like, and also what, if you do promote something, what do you promote? Is it a call? Is it another group? Is it an upsell in the school? Or yeah, what do you do?
So like for this month, like specifically, we like as a team, like we're like we need to kick ourselves into gear. Like we are doing cool shit, but like we're not using what we know to the best of our ability. So we're like, let's actually turn it up and do something special. And so we had the speed run. So what we did was we launched this speed run, which has been like a 30-day launch of an offer where everything was directed to booking a call with me just to see if people qualify, hop on a call, and then save spots. So it was like 50 spots available to join the speed run in October 1st. Like it's starting. I'm in the last 24 hours of the launch now. 2 weeks into it, we posted about the launch for 2 weeks, and then we dropped a 5-day challenge because I'm like, hey, let's increase traffic here to bring more people in to the group. So we did a 5-day challenge so people would just get a taste of what the next 8 weeks would look like in our speedrun cohort. So we did both. Did both at the same time because we're like, it makes a lot of sense. Let's increase the engagement and people go through that process. But some people that have joined the speed run got accepted into the group, saw one post to book a call, booked a call, and then sold the next day, like within 24 hours, paid in full. So you can combine them together. So a lot of my group has actually been, everyone knows that the speed run is going along, And then with like Fiducia, it's had like 4 DMs that just keep bringing them back in to like see what we want them to see, which is like, hey, we've got a speed run. Here's a free asset. Like we have a full GPT that breaks down all money models inside of a community. So we're giving free things. It's all about giving as much free stuff as possible. Like I just follow that. Like give heaps of free stuff. And if the speed run doesn't make sense for you right now, usually financial stuff, then that's okay. We've got heat. We're nurturing you to like make as much money as you can now, and when it makes sense, come and work with us. Because it's not about like hard selling people into this process. It's just let's build up our clientele and get everyone making as much money as possible. And then when you do make as much money, then you can come work with us and we'll turn it into something more. So like we've launched it at the same time where those posts are happening. But like we're also on this live. I just posted 24 hours to go. Then an hour later, I'm like, I'm going live with Max. So people can come and hang out with me, learn what we do. And I'm spitballing like strategy after strategy of how I do this and how I do this. It's like, hey, if you are here and you're liking this and they're in the group and they've come from here, come and join the speed run and I'll slow down how I present it, but in a more structured way. And that's what a lot of people do is like you and I can both like bounce back and forth between ideas heaps. To someone on here, they wouldn't have remembered what we said 15 minutes ago. To us, it's what we write on the back of our hand or the back of a napkin while we're, I don't drink, but imagine we were absolutely plastered. We could do it on the, like, it's a second language to us. We understand how it's done. So for a lot of people, it's hard to comprehend even what we say half the time. It makes sense or an idea comes through, but because we've done it for 2 years straight, they want to invest with us and buy into our offers. They want to buy into cause and learn those things because you go, hey, I could say the exact same shit for the next 3 hours just about YouTube growth. I could say the same just for your about page. I could say the same for this. So you're almost like in your free group, you're giving them a lot of information where it seems overwhelming. So they want to just work with you so they have a little bit more of your attention about their specific problem. And that's why I think a lot of people invest too is all free stuff's overwhelming. It's all on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now, giving out all of these free strategies. It's like people pay a lot of money to do this, but we coach them through it. And we take them through it and specific to their business. Because there's probably 50 different niches on this call that all could do a different challenge and we could run through that. But it's like, here's the general concept of how this works. And then you work with us so then we can implement it in your business and you can get the results that we aim for.
Do you give away a lot of the what you do in the live challenge? So like do you show a lot what you actually help people with, and then it's like you book a call to get a done for you help from you, or do you sell something completely different? Like is the challenge relevant? Like, sharing.
No, the challenge offers. Didn't even the challenge didn't even have like a CTA. We just ran it as like a byproduct of the fact that we're in the middle of a launch. We were just like free challenge, like come and join this. Like we probably could have done a CTA or collected more people or like reached out and said, hey, if you like the challenge, the next 8 weeks is going to be sick. But like we didn't even do that. It was like, let's just give everyone in here some more free value, because at the end of the day, like if we're going to launch something that people want to invest in, all the people that can't invest in, that's why we do free challenges, because it's good for them. And there's not enough conversations in Skool about actually making money, about building offers in a more tailored way. So we're like, oh, we'll take on that. We'll help these people for free. And then if it makes sense, they can join it. So like I even had a guy, I'm very excited to work with him. He does it's like construction with AI, has like a whole like software and stuff. He joined the cohort for 5K and then he went through the free challenge. Like he took it upon himself to go and do that stuff, which is good because it makes it way easier for me to speak to him because he understands how we think through things. Like a lot of these challenge things I think that you want to set up in your business or your community are things that will allow you to have a better conversation. Like, you know what it's like when you hop on a call when someone wants to make that investment in themselves and work with you guys. And you're like, shit, you haven't watched any of Max's videos. You haven't gone through any Skool stuff. And it's like, oh, I'm just so new to it. It's like, dude, you booked the call 4 days ago. What were you doing? You could have gone through that free challenge in the community. Like, oh, I was just sitting around and procrastinating, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's so much harder to speak to those people versus someone that has, I went through that free challenge. I checked out that video. I was on that live stream with you and Max, and I thought it was cool. And then like they go and book a call. It's like shit. It's like I just heard Ryan talking about all that stuff. Is it like, can you guys help me with this? It's like, yeah, but we do this other thing that's like also really cool. Like they're way more primed to want to work with you because they speak the same language. Like a lot of it is getting their language and initiative skills up first. And I think free challenges do that really well inside of communities.
Darlene asked,
Like
where do you
like
get ideas
Darlene just put
for?
here in the comments, like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, where do
exactly.
you get ideas for it? It's like we just went through like how you break down a business and do 5 ideas, and we're still getting that question, right? It's like we're asking about where do I get an idea for it? Like honestly, like how I respond to stuff like this, because we're in that helping mindset, but fucking Google it. Like, what is your niche, Darlene? Like you're saying, where do I get ideas for challenges? And this is a big like learning curve for like so many people in this space because I have a lot of conversations. Don't just say like someone said to me like, oh, like how can I help you? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. But if you come to the call and you go, hey, I run 5 day challenges inside of communities, is that something you need help with? I'm like, yes, I can work with you. So when you say like, where do I get ideas for challenges? Google it, but give us more context. Hey, I have a community that does X. What would be a good idea for a challenge? Because then I can just go and give it to you straight away on this call. I don't need you to buy anything, pay anything, do any of that. It's do this. So many people just will ask, where do I get an idea? I don't know. Google it, YouTube it, Facebook it, Reddit it, Pinterest it. Like, go search for it. Like, that's how you get those ideas. So I guess I'm kind of answering it for you, Darlene, but give me more context and then I can give you ideas for your challenge if I understand what your niche is. Like, it's very hard for us to move into something where it's just like, it's so broad. I'm like, ideas for challenge. What kind of challenge do you want to do? Does a 5 day challenge make sense for where you're at as a business owner? Can you only work 2 days inside of your community? Like, how do I have that conversation with you if I've got no context into what you do and how that works? So give me another comment and we can dive into that.
Yes. Leonel said, one of the
Yeah, I've
things
had
I
a
think
lot.
is one of the things I think is harder in this industry is to forget the traditional methods and start copying what's working to those who have the results I want to have and do it as quickly as possible. I agree. I agree. Like, we don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time. We can literally see what other people are doing and copy it. Like, for example, if I wanted to do a really good challenge, probably what I would do is that I would go into Ryan's community and see how he is doing it. I also know Matthew Thompson in his community is doing something really cool there as well. I would probably just take inspiration from people who are doing it really well and then just apply the exact same framework to my own niche. I think that's a solid one, Leonel.
Matthew Thompson's group is fucking awesome. It's so hard for me to see something cool and like new and like different on Skool.
Mm.
And he's done something like really epic, like with how he like onboards people into that community and like gets growth. And he got the star as well, which it follows the same principle. Get people into the school, get them posting their daily challenges, and then he has giveaways and like all of that. And like even just like nuances into like his community is like how he'll link the actual category that people post in because then it automatically adds it to the school post. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. Right? Like I learn new things all the time, but because I'm chronically online, I'm always finding these like little nuggets that can improve the experience by 0.1% for my members, and then I implement it instantly. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to save this post for later. It's like it takes 15 seconds to go and implement this into your community now. Everyone like waits on this stuff. Like you can take this action like a lot faster. Um, but yeah, it's like start copying what's working. It's like, yeah, it's like, dude, go and rip it. No one's gonna care. The only people that care if you like copy is like if you like generally copy exactly what they did. But if you take inspiration, I think that's Calvin Hollywood's like favorite sentence. Is like take inspiration from my video, from my knowledge. I think that works quite well.
Sebastian had a question as well. This is about something else, but how to find creators as an operator. Ideal client have 100,000 subs on YouTube, wealth, health, niche. You have any take on
Yeah,
that?
I think like in the operating space, so I spent like 4 hours like funnel hacking other people that run operating courses and like going through their case studies and like seeing what they do from like a client perspective. Like I dive so deep into like the business. Like if you're obsessed with what you do, you learn as much shit as possible. But like, how to find creators as an operator. Number one, build a list. Like building a list of people that you want to work with. I would only focus on wealth niches. Like this is a big pivot I've made like with my members in my operating community is just focus on wealth people because you will just generally make more money. It's just way easier as an operator. Number two, build that list and then outreach to them in any possible means and just start building conversations with those people. One operator in my group who's winning the Skool games, what he does is he basically joins communities and then tries to find what problem that community might have. Hey, I joined your community, but I didn't really want to join it because your about page sucks. I do need a bit of help with increasing your conversion rate. Number one, joins a community about page is good, but engagement is us. Hey, can I run a 5-day challenge in your community for free? Cool. Hey, I joined your free community, but I noticed your paid community only has 10 extra members. Are you struggling with ascending members? Right? Like, so you can do this operating part through Skool. There was a tennis community that wasn't doing too well. This guy analyzed it and he was able to take them from like not winning the Skool games to like now they're winning the Skool games because he did that exact process. So you can do it through Skool. If you're doing it for like YouTubers who aren't on Skool, build that list and then outreach through email, outreach through Instagram, and then do that. So I guess if you ask the initial question, how to find creators, it's like, dude, you're watching creators every day if you're on YouTube. So like
Nice.
build your list of people. If you want to just find them, do that.
Yeah, this is something that you mentioned as well a little bit earlier, Ryan. But Jake said, I've been testing 5 meta campaigns to a free community, high ticket coaching niche. The best creatives get 23% per click to about page, but the Skool's about conversion rate is 0.02%. From this info alone, would you say my about page is the problem or the ad creative? I'm curious to know your take on this, but I would just assume that
Yeah.
since you have like a low
It's basically
conversion rate.
cheap clicks and low conversion rate.
Yeah. So that means like it's probably not the ads if that's your question, because you're getting really good click, and I think the about page that it's like less than 1% is probably the thing that needs a bit of fixing.
I would actually, yeah, it could be, but it could also be, I don't know what type of campaign this is. Like if it's super cheap clicks, like 23 cents, it could be just that the traffic is not good either. Like you're not
It
targeting
sounds
the
like a
right
traffic.
people.
That's probably a traffic. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like it's a. Yeah, it sounds like it's a traffic campaign to be honest.
There's
Yeah, I'm just
5
adding more
campaigns as
tea.
well.
Yeah. So I would do like a conversion campaign. And then if you're running it directly to a Skool community, it's very simple to track results on Skool, right? Like Skool has made it super simple to track ads. Just go into settings, plugins, meta, add the pixel there, and then you can basically optimize a campaign for opt-ins, which is really good. And which is the next question from Lucas, which is like relevant to this as well. Have you guys seen a huge difference from having a funnel on different platform instead of Skool and redirect them to Skool? So I think when selling low ticket on Skool, I think hands down the best thing to do is just bring everybody directly to the Skool about page. And then use, I think the meta for selling low ticket on Skool is getting traffic from Skool is really, really good, obviously, but also using a YouTube channel and just like super simple link in bio to a paid Skool community is really the best thing to do. When I think it's the best to have a funnel is if you're selling annual, and it doesn't have to be super, super high ticket. Like every single time when I say high ticket, it can turn people off and it sounds like this super hard thing to do. But I think it's better to say, instead of selling monthly on Skool, selling annual. And if you're selling annual, I think it's best to just bring all your traffic to like a funnel where people can watch a VSL and then book a call, because then instead of going to a Skool about page, then clicking through to a funnel, then watch a video, opt in and book a call, you can just take them directly from the traffic to watch a video, and it's like a straight line to book a call immediately. That's what we're doing now. We used to do monthly and now we're selling annual. for mainly because of churn is a big thing, but also what is your transformation actually worth that you're helping people with. I think a lot of people, including us last year, like we were actually helping people with the transformation that in our case, we taught them how to make money, right? And specifically on Skool. And a lot of people who joined us made tens of thousands of dollars per month from it. Some even over 100K per month. And we charged like $100 with that course. And people stayed for like 3-4 months. That's normally the time they took for them to go through that transformation, and then they left. So I think a big question here as well for people to ask is like, the transformation I'm offering people, is it actually worth $300 or $400, or is it worth maybe $1,000, or is it worth $2,000, maybe $5,000 even? And that's when I would start to sell annual instead of monthly. And I think the best thing is just to make the buying process simple. Just traffic to a landing page, to opt in, book a call, and sell for annual. And then for monthly, I would just bring all the traffic directly to Skool About page. I don't know if you agree, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty big. I think I'm going to like this offer that we've done, somewhat high ticket, straight to a free group. I think if you can like really make a solid free group and work on your setting, like appointment setting, and then booking calls, um, I can see how having the right system from a free group to a high ticket could work better. If you're just doing like your funnel, like I have a feeling that strong free group into high ticket, like we've been able to do pretty well with our speed run. So I think it really depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Depends on your style,
really good.
on what you want to do.
100%.
Yeah, Dylan had a good question here.
What are the most important things to stay aware of in education space Skool heading into Q4 as a creator service business owner? Specifically for Q4, I think I think the main thing with Q4, we talked about it in the beginning a bit, but it's worth reiterating. Like this is what me and my team now, and Dylan and Miles and Aaron are thinking about all the time. Like most businesses out there, they make 30 to 40% of their revenue in Q4. So October, November, December, there are huge months. You know, businesses have, Black Friday and all of these things going on, right? Cyber Monday and all of that. And so specifically for Skool and the online education space, or a service business owner, I would first of all be aware that a lot of commerce is happening those 3 months. And I think it's very powerful to do a specific offer for this Q4. For example, you can say, I think reading Hormosis $100 million offers book is perfect for this. So we have scarcity, we have urgency, we have bonuses, discounts, risk reversals, right? So for example, you can say, I have this special offer now that ends December 31st at midnight, right? So now we have urgency. You can say that you have limited spots, right? So I'm gonna have 50 sales that buy before December 31st are gonna get these bonuses. And then you could either do a discount, or you could do it the other way around, saying that the price of my service right now, or Skool community, or whatever it is going to increase by January 1st. So now you have even more scarcity, even more urgency. You can have special bonuses. For example, what you could do is that you could, if you're in the online education space, you could run like a cohort starting in January. So now you can give people a reason to buy in now before January 1st. You will get a good price before we increase the price in January 1st. We will have limited spots for this. We will do a cohort starting in January, and you will get these cool bonuses, being part of the cohort and maybe some other stuff. And then you can use that as a promotion to push really hard in Q4 to give people a really strong reason to buy. And guess what? That is exactly what we're going to do. Like, we're working on that right now. So I think that's a big thing going into Q4. Give people a really, really strong reason to buy in Q4 and push it with everything you have. Like retargeting ads, send emails, post about it, let people know. and do it an actual really solid offer. So yeah, that's my take on that, Dylan. And hopefully some people on this live stream can get fired up on that, because just giving people a reason to buy helps by quite a lot. And now is a great time to do it in Q4. Yeah.
How long is a launch period from, so you're going to do a cohort in January 1st, so I guess, hint hint wink wink, something's coming, people. January 1st. What's like the when do you plan on starting the conversation around that? Like, how, if you're going to do a launch January 1st, is it we're going to just bring heaps of people through over a 3-month period, or you're going to do it closer? Because like
Yeah,
the time frame from when someone joins something for Jan 1st, how is that going to work?
exactly. Okay, great. So we're basically going to promote now in Q4. So we're going to have limited spots for this offer in Q4. So we're going to promote October, November, December, and then in January is when it starts. And yeah, so we build it up during Q4, and then the cohort is starting in next year essentially. So that's, and where I got this
Nice.
inspiration from is just from Alex Hormozis, this ACQ advisory thing that he sold during his book launch that people paid like $24,000
Mhm.
for, and he had like 1,000 sales. And he did the same thing. Like he sold this thing for $24,000 to, he made like quarter like 25 million or something from that, which is insane. Um, he sold people, and then he is doing like a workshop every month or so. So that's where I got the idea from to do it as well. And everybody who's selling online
Mhm.
education can do that. And I think that is probably right now is like a super solid time to start promoting something like that. And that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about that on our mastermind now
Nice.
coming up as
I mean,
well.
you
And I
just,
think everybody should do that.
yeah, nice. You don't have to like dive into it like too deep, but one thing that helped with starting like the cohort that we did, so we did like a month, like launch and take payments through, is we did like deposit to lock a spot in the initial first like conversations, and then as we got closer, it was just like pay in full because we couldn't offer like deposits anymore. How do you see? And like one thing that I realized as well is like people can make a commitment to joining something, but like, for other people, like how do you perceive like actually having people like locked in and like ready to go for that? Is it like pay for the whole thing now, or are you going to do a payment idea for it? Because it's also good information. Like I feel like we always have to talk about how we would actually think through that process, or is it just like we're going to release that information like a little bit later?
You mean specifically on the cohort? What's in, or what do you mean? This was,
Yeah, like for you guys, like having a cohort, does like how does that impact? Because people would have these questions. Do I join the cohort or do I join course? And then
yeah.
how would I join the cohort even though it starts October 1st? Do I get anything before that happens? Maybe you haven't
Hmm.
like gone through that exactly, or maybe you have. Like, what does that look
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, so for us, the cohort is just a bonus. So we're basically, the main thing we want to do it is to basically use all of these things from the $100 million offers, right? So we use a really good offer. If you buy now before January 1st, you're getting a really good price, risk reversals, um, like a money back guarantee or whatever you want to have, conditional or unconditional. You can have limited spots. You could have a bonus like a cohort. It's just really a bonus, or you can have multiple bonuses. We're gonna have some other cool bonuses as well. So like Q4 is just like promotion period to like promote your online education business, and then like the cohort is not just only the offer that we're selling. It's just like a part of the whole value stack, if that makes sense. And also I think it's really
Okay.
really good for us to run online education businesses
Yeah,
to do
cool.
that, because a lot of people when they start a new year, it's like it's January, it's really cool to kick it off with like some custom training. um, uh, yeah, so yes, let's see here. Did we have some more questions here
Just a bit below from there. I think.
below?
Yeah, this one was good.
Question two as well.
Yeah. So I said, When creating a landing page, what resources would you recommend in coming up with like a solid headline, sub-headline, and other important features of the landing page?
Yeah, you want to go with that one?
Yeah, like what resources would you recommend in coming up with? Like I think people have this tendency to feel like they need to add like all this stuff on like a landing page, but I honestly think at the beginning just having like a super simple page, like a headline that basically just like calls out like your ideal customer basically and just kind of relates with them so they know that your thing is specifically kind of helping them in their situation. A sub headline that maybe gives you like some social proof or something like that and kind of like gets somebody to like want to watch the video. And then just having like a video VSL that's like 8-12 minutes maybe that basically just breaks down like who you help, what experience you have, and how you actually help them. Like what are the deliverables that you'll potentially give somebody with a call to action to basically just like get on a call to speak with you so you can see if you can help them or not. And then just a button below that that basically just says something like book a call or, see if you qualify and just go to like a simple like opt-in page. I think that's just kind of like asking some initial questions, like a situational question, and then like a goal question, like where do you want to go, and then like what is your current situation from preventing you from being there, and then just collect like their first name, um, a phone number, and an email, so then you can reach out to them, and then the next step after that's basically just booking the call, um, and then you can actually speak with that person. And then the two cool things about having the opt-in is that if they don't book the call, you can still like call them, you can text them, you can email them, to try to get them on the call. And then if they book a call, then that's great. Then you have the call. I would still contact them to try to pull that call forward. I'm expanding a little bit beyond your question here, but that's kind of what I would do. And if you have some testimonials or some social proof already, then definitely include that underneath, like the call to action. But I think that's pretty much it at the beginning. I don't think it needs to be super in depth. I would just kind of keep it stupid simple at the beginning and not overwhelm everybody on that page.
Cool. Sick.
I had a
Luke.
I had a question for you, Dylan.
Yeah.
I want to ask Dylan a question. So like your how you kind of went through like school and like where you are now, like you're like head of operations like with course, right?
Hmm.
What does like your like day to day look like as like a role like that? Like for that person that might be a little bit further ahead, like what does your day to day as operations of an online info business look like?
Yeah, like if somebody needed, they're like at the point where they're really scaling the business and they kind of need somebody else to like help with that stuff so they can spend more time on the things that are actually like growing the business and stuff. Yeah, like I think the thing that Max, when he first kind of like I started working with him, he really just needed somebody to like handle things in the community, whether that's like refunds or support or um, just some like manual things that so he could kind of spend more time on like traffic and things like that. So yeah, I'm pretty much just like active in the group, basically just handling like refunds. If people's like things like that, I can kind of take care of that. A lot of support as well, but also like just kind of like making sure like our back end is good. So there's like a lot of things that happen in high level, building out like simple automations if we want to change something or if we're kind of going through like a launch period, just making sure all the deliverables for like promotional stuff is taken care of as well. And we have a couple contractors as well that I talk to, just to make sure that like I'm kind of communicating with Max's vision, just so he doesn't have to directly do that, so he can spend more time on like the content, the important things, and I kind of just speak with them to make sure that they're doing everything. But and yeah, I still take some calls towards the end of the day as well, just to open up some more spots on the calendar. So yeah, when that's kind of basically what I do on like a day to day.
Yeah. I like to see it as it's almost like an extension of me in a way. So it's
Mm.
I almost see it's like an executive assistant in a way. Like Dylan is doing so many different things, like a ton. Like he has a lot of talent, like design stuff that we're doing, like this whole mastermind event that we've done. He's basically planned that whole thing out, all of our trips. Um, we're doing promotions, we're doing offers. We need some visual stuff for that. Building up pitch decks, like taking meetings with people and opportunities we're interested in, like literally anything and everything. And I am just like, I don't even have to like. It's just like Dylan is doing that. Like I don't even tell Dylan what to do at all. Like it's just running very smoothly, and he is more so telling me what I should do. Honestly, it's so
Mm.
it's, and I also say that, yeah, and
Yeah.
I also say that to Dylan as well. Like it's his biggest strength, and with like an operator and like executive assistant, I think is the personality of that person. They don't have to be like a
Mm.
genius in a specific thing. It's more so the, he cares about stuff and takes care of stuff and care about stuff.
Mm.
That's,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the biggest strength I have is
Yeah.
just leaning into like my OCD and just trying to be like very making sure just everything's like as good as it possibly can be. And if there's like we're thinking about stuff and I'm like, like this could be better. So let's make sure that this gets done super good, and just being very like optimistic as well. Or even the opposite as well. Like sometimes, like we will talk about stuff and it's like super best case scenario, but then like I feel like I'm kind of the one that's like, okay, but like let's also think about like if this doesn't work out, and be realistic for a second to make sure that we kind of have like a plan B or
Mm.
something like that as well, right? So, and I think that's like everybody on the team, we all have our own strengths, and that's kind of what keeps us functioning as a team, that we're all kind of like on different, parallels and everything. So it's good synergy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Very cool.
Cool.
What about you, Ryan? Like, what does your like day to day look like and everything? If you're comfortable with sharing that, like just from like like an owner's perspective, like where you're at right now, like what does that look like?
Um, well, like especially like stepping into September, I think Sophie and I really had a good conversation about like, are we doing enough with what we're doing? Like,
That's
kind
our
of like,
Mosey's first
we live
M.
in Thailand. Yeah. We live in Thailand, and it can be fun, and you can kind of fall into that little trap of like getting a bit more like complacent with how things are running and all of those things. And Sophie has like an incredible mind for doing what you do, Dylan, which is organizing the shit, right? It's like I was gonna say before, I'm like, Max is your bitch. And that's kind of how I sometimes feel a little bit with Sophie, is like she's like, we've kind of put her as like CEO. Like that's what I treat her as, is like she's the Layla to the Hormozy. Like that's how I view that situation. And by stepping into that as well, it's like really humbling, because I can help with school strategy and doing the brand and the content, and driving, the initial um, the cash flow into the business. That's easy. Like if Max hops on a call with someone, he will just naturally convert better because it's his face attached to the thing that's working. And that's just how that can go in that period. But we also said to ourselves, because we do that the other side where we also grow school communities on a percentage basis, and I didn't want to let that go in order to really step back into um, you know drive the brand, grow the community, speak to heaps of people all the time, hop on 100 sales calls type of situation. Whereas Sophie just was like, I'm here to do it. I've listened to you talk about this shit for a year and a half. Like, let me grab this by the balls and take that side, build infrastructure, build a team. Like it was us two in September, and now we have a team of 7 people. Yeah, there's a couple contractors, a couple people working very like full time with us, but like what we're able to do in
Dang it. We will lose Ryan again.
Potentially.
All right. We have some cool questions we can do in the meantime. For example, I saw Marlon, and I also saw a question from Lucas up here as well. I don't know if you were still here, Lucas. It was while you asked it. But Marlon said, I'll be at the Mastermind this week. That's awesome, Marlon. Super, I'm very much looking forward to me meeting you. That's going to be sick. I'm focusing more on engagement with my free community before I launch a paid. Would you advise testing any paid offers prior? Or engagement free community before I launch a paid? Would you advise testing any paid offers prior? It depends, Marlon. Obviously, we can dive into this on the event. Like um, the best. Also, like, I'm very curious, like if you're doing lower ticket or if you're selling higher ticket, and when to launch it is it really depends. Also, a good time to launch something paid is when people start asking for it. And it's kind of an abstract thing, but if you're running a free community, or if you have an email list, or if you have like any type of social media or any type of audience at all, then you can you first of all, you can kind of get a feeling for when a good time is to launch something. You can kind of sense it. And Sam always said like the best time to launch something paid is when people are starting asking for it. So if people are asking for the paid, or like commenting, or like they're telling you that they want more information that you're giving out for free on YouTube or in the free community, that's a great time to launch, right? Also, a really good way to do, if you have a free community now and you're about to launch a paid offer in the future, is to do just a simple opt-in page where you give people access, like early bird access to your upcoming paid offer. So you can already now start promoting a paid offer, but without releasing it, just building up anticipation. It's like, if you opt in here, you're going to be on the early bird list. I'm going to have limited spots when I launch for a special price. If you opt in, you'll be on that list, and I will announce you before I announce it publicly, for example. That could be, I know we're short on October 1st is literally 4 days away, but if somebody in here want to do this Q4 promotion, right, then you could start now. Like, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to set up a simple landing page. We're going to let people know about our upcoming offer, and then people can opt in to be on the early bird list for the limited spots, etc., etc. So yeah, but hopefully that makes sense, Marlon. So it depends, but either or, I would 100% do like a pre-launch promotion to get people on the list. Super cool that you commented, Mastermind. It'll be sick. Also, we had a question from Lucas, which was a good one. So question 2, just launched my Skool community only for Swedish. What is the best question I can ask you guys to now in the beginning, working with top names done for you like David J.P. Phillips? So for those of you who don't know who David J.P. Phillips is, I think quite a lot of people know David. He did this TED Talk, Death by PowerPoint, that Hormozi highlighted quite a bit. And I've been watching that, I don't know how many times, probably like 10 times. It's super, super cool. I've built all of our presentations in our Skool community are basically based on what David J.P. Phillips is teaching. It's a really, really good TED Talk that you can find. Just search for David J.P. Phillips, Death by PowerPoint. It's sick. So that's super cool, Lucas, that you're working with him. Like, the best question I can ask you guys now in the beginning, I think, like, just pure basics, like, for example, are we selling monthly or are we selling annual? That would probably be one of the first questions. And I think you guys are selling monthly now, because I saw a post from you regarding this earlier as well. I'm pretty sure that it's the back of my mind. I remember this. And I think that you guys are selling monthly right now. I would consider starting selling annual and doing that with the traditional book a call funnel, because David has a lot of trust, a lot of credibility in the space, and I think learning from him is worth more than $100 per month or whatever it is, $50 per month. I think a lot of people, including myself, would invest 5 figures to, what is it, 4 figures. Yeah, 4 figures rather. 4 or maybe even 5 figures as well. Who knows? But I would invest a lot of money to buy a course or coaching from David, but that has to then be sold via a call, right? So, like, overlook the basics. Again, what is the actual transformation worth? I think the transformation that you, Lucas, and David can offer is worth more than $100 per month or $50 per month. That's a big thing. And once you decide on whatever model you're going to use, if you use low ticket, I would just do like YouTube to Skool About page with retargeting ads. That's it. If you're selling higher ticket then, or like an annual, I would build out a simple funnel. They can go there, watch a video, opt in, book a call, and buy. And then also I would ask myself, like, how can we make the offer better? Like, can we use scarcity, urgency, and all of these things from $100 million offers by Hormozi? I think that's great. Also, if you guys are not running retargeting ads, definitely do that. Like, run retargeting ads for David's YouTube channel would be huge. I'm sure he has a big following on short form as well, on Meta as well. Just start retargeting ads yesterday and have a really good offer in place and sell annual. Yeah.
Yeah, I would really encourage a lot of people that are selling something not to just do what everybody else is doing in terms of like pricing your groups, like charging low ticket monthly recurring revenue, because that seems like the norm or whatever. And really just ask yourself, like, what do you honestly think your thing is worth? Like, do you think it's generally worth more than $50 a month? Do you genuinely think it's worth more than $100 a month? And if you think that, then charge what you think it's worth. And that's the first thing. And I think the second thing is also just ask yourself, like, what would your customer be willing to pay for that? And if they're willing to pay more, then I don't see the disadvantage of like charging more for that, right? So generally just ask yourself, like, what do I think it's worth, and what is the market willing to pay for this? And if that means charging something a little bit more higher ticket, for lack of better words, or an annual or whatever, and it means that you have to have a different conversion mechanism than just like automatic sales, then that's something to really consider. And it gives you a really good opportunity, if you need to jump on a call with somebody, to get feedback from the marketplace, from these individuals. And more than likely that couple or 5 whatever individuals you talk to, your first ones that you talk to, they most likely represent the rest of the marketplace as well.
Yeah.
So you can take that feedback and use that, everywhere else.
And the final thing I will say on this is the tricky thing with selling information and transformations and online education with monthly is that we have to battle churn, right? And selling monthly sounds really, really good on paper. Like, it's like we can sell something cheap and just stack it, right?
No sales calls.
Yeah, no sales calls, no nothing. We can just stack it and stack it and stack it. The problem though is that we're adding customers, but we're also losing customers all the time, right? And if it's also ironic, because if you have a really, really bad course, like an extremely, like really bad course, right? You're gonna lose customers. They're gonna stay for a month, right? So that's the extreme on a really, really bad course. But let's say you have an amazing course, the best course in the world, which is, let's say I wanted to become a better golf player, like a scratch player in handicapping golf. And I could join Dylan's course on that. And he's like, and I watched one video, right? I watched one video. The whole course is just one video. I watched that one video, and for some magic reason, I become a scratch player instantly, right? The best course in the world on golf. I've had my transformation instantly for 1 month for $100. Why would I continue to pay for a year or two? I'm out, right? So if you have a really bad course, you're churning. If you have a really good course, you're churning as well. So it's like, it's tough. Like, and then to sell information and transformations to keep them there for a long time, it's tough. It's just tough. And then also I saw this, Lucas. So Lucas invited me to a podcast in Sweden. I would be more than happy to do that. I never jump on podcasts.
Yeah.
So
I
that
don't
would
think
be,
you ever have, honestly.
no, I think I've never have jumped on a podcast. That would be super cool. I can send you a message, Lucas. Cool. All right. I think we're going to call it there. Brad said, how do you sell mastermind offers? Basically, exactly that. A funnel,
Yeah.
get people on a call, and sell.
Yeah. And if you guys have more questions that we didn't go over or whatever, if you're not in our Skool community and our free group, like, join that and post your questions in there, and maybe we'll see the question and we can respond there as well. So it doesn't always just have to be on these live streams. So you can go to our free Skool community. I'm sure the link is there somewhere, and we'll see you guys in there, and we answer some more questions as well in there as well.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Bye.